Oscar TEUTEN alongside him on driver's right, your left as you look at it. And we're away. Looks like a decent start there from TEUTEN on the anti-pole side of the grid, and indeed he has got the good start there and takes the lead off of Jaydan GREGG as they head through the crook for the first time, Oblivion and the crook, and TEUTEN did get exactly the start that he wanted, but Jaydan GREGG is right with them as the rest of the field work their way up the hill.
Well, the gap between the top 2 and 3rd place is about the gap was in the point standings.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Alfie Thompson is in 3rd place in the 71 as they all splay out heading down into Ashby Corner on this first lap. Alfie Thompson there got a little bit out onto the, he used a lot of the exit curb there on Ashby, but look for the lead. Here goes Jaydan GREGG on Oscar TEUTEN, and GREGG has got the job done, gets back to the position where he started, and there's the little tap on the head to say, hey, let's work together here. You know the way this works. Let's work together, pull out a nice gap, and then we can worry about battling.
It looks like everybody
else.
Third.
Yeah, everybody, every man, woman and child trying to battle over 3rd place at the moment. Somehow Alfie Thompson's able to absorb it. I saw he used a little bit more exit curb than he probably wanted. There was just touched on the grass slightly coming out of Ashby, but he managed to hold on to it. There though is the 73 of Island challenging the 12 of Lewis ISLIN being challenged by Ryland Eschberg, and Eschberg's got the job done, so Eschberg up to 4th place now in the 73. And so it's Jaydan GREGG, Oscar TEUTEN, Alfie Thompson, Ryland Eschberg, who we've just seen get past Lewis ISLIN, Joe CHEEK, Wesley SWAIN, Josh AGAMBAR, Aston McAndrew-UREN and Jack Stewart, your top 10. But as I say that, there is the 23 of Ethian, actually that's outside the top 10, Ethian SYMONDS, I think, getting past Devon NOLAN there. So he's trying to get himself up into the top 10 we were just talking about. And look at this, the 11 and the 72 side by side. That's Spencer Brown trying to make his way up through the field, and that means Joe CHEEK's had a difficult lap there, because Spencer Brown had a great lap, Joe CHEEK had a difficult lap. One was up 4, one was down 4 on that lap. So it's Jaydan GREGG, Oscar TEUTEN, now it's Alfie Thompson, Ryland Eschberg, and you know what, let's forget giving you the order because it's already out of date. The 18 there of Josh AGAMBAR battling away with Joe CHEEK through Christmas Corner as they now head down into Ashby. Look at that, the 72 of Joe CHEEK now under pressure. I think that was Josh AGAMBAR trying to get by. Actually, no, it's Reece LOMAX in the 24 who's had a good first part of this lap to get himself up into there. So that means LOMAX is up to something like 10th place now. Here's the 54 of Devon NOLAN battling away with Josh AGAMBAR. Come through paddock corner to complete another lap. Jaydan GREGG, Oscar TEUTEN, the gap is now 3 seconds that those two are out front, although Oscar TEUTEN did just set the fastest lap of the race, so he's keeping GREGG honest. Alfie Thompson here in the 71 in 3rd, Ryland Eschberg in 4th, then it is the 12 of Lewis ISLIN in the 12, the 23 of Ethian SYMONDS, so he's got past Wesley SWAIN there at the start of that lap, and indeed he's going on the attack now on ISLIN as there's an incident there, 3 karts involved, and that was the 13 of Johan Kalicher, and I think Ralph Younglin may have been involved as well. I'll call them as they come through on timings. There's a contact warning for James Bell, so one wonders if he was involved in that, and now a lot of pressure being put on Alfie Thompson for 3rd place by Ryland Eschberg in that 73 kart. And indeed, Ethian SYMONDS has now got himself up to 5th place, so he's got past Lewis ISLIN and Wesley SWAIN. Spencer Brown as well, still just got past Aston McAndrew-UREN over 8th place, and Reece LOMAX, he is on a charge, he's up to 10th place now. There is Spencer Brown battling away. 33 is Aston McAndrew-UREN, who he got past on the previous lap. And here goes the 23 of Ethian SYMONDS on Ryland Eschberg, but it didn't pay off there, and he's got to be careful. Well, no, he's not going to be careful at all. He's going to try and throw it up the inside of Wilkins. I was going to say he needs to be careful about Lewis ISLIN in that number 12 fighting back.
Yeah, you've got to hand it to him. He's definitely trying to make those overtakes, but they're just not working out. Sometimes you've got to wait. You can't just force it.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
But, I should imagine we'll see him try and move up towards Christmas if he gets a run out of pit then.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going to check where he's at in the stand.
Oh, he's gone for it already. He's gone into turn 1.
Nice stuff.
Yeah, that was a nice smooth move. It's one of those things, though, turn 1 you tend to lose a bit of speed up the hill, so is he going to lose out?
It appears so. And behind him, Spencer Brown goes past Lewis ISLIN. That's going to be over 6th place. And Ethian Symonds here wants a good haul of points as Lewis ISLIN tries to fight back against Brown into Ashby Corner. How does that one pan out? It doesn't quite pay off there, and now he falls back into the clutches of, I'm going to say that's probably Aston MacAndrew-UREN. Indeed it is. No, sorry, it's the 92. It's Wesley SWAIN. So Wesley SWAIN has got past MacAndrew-UREN as well on this lap. But yeah, Ethian Symonds has got past both Rylan Etchberg and Alfie Thompson. So that's now Ethian Symonds up into 3rd place. Now Symonds is sat 5th in the points standings coming into today. That's Kenzo Craigie has clearly retired as his cart is parked at the side of the road. So yeah, Ethian Symonds doing well here to get up to 3rd place. Battling going on still between Reece Lomax and the 24. I think he's just got past Aston MacAndrew-UREN over 9th place there. It's a good race this for Reece Lomax. So there's Symonds, Thompson and Etchberg. Then it's Spencer Brown. Then comes this battle, currently being led by Reece Lomax. As there's just under 5 minutes to go plus a lap. Still plenty of people enjoying the racing here.
Yeah, you've got to say it definitely draws in a bit of a crowd here.
It does, doesn't it?
Every month.
Yeah. Usually some of those will be friends, family, mechanics, but make no mistake about it, this is a very nice day's racing to come and enjoy. Albeit you do need the raincoats at some points today. Look at this though, Spencer Brown has caught on to the back. He's already taken Rylan Etchberg, and now he's challenged Alfie Thompson and has made it. So Spencer Brown moves up into 4th place. I'd suggested earlier on in the heats maybe he hasn't had the perfect day he would have wanted, but he's really making hay, quite literally, whilst the sun is shining at the moment, because in these fully dry conditions at the end of the day he is working his way up into a valuable points position. Jaydan, GREGG though, here are your leaders. Almost haven't mentioned them recently, but Jaydan, GREGG and Oscar TEUTEN, these are still your top 2, and the gap is about 7 seconds now back to Ethian Symonds and Spencer Brown. Then it's Alfie Thompson, Rylan Etchberg, Reece Lomax, Lewis ISLIN, Wesley SWAIN, Aston MacAndrew-UREN has just got back into the top 10 ahead of Devon Nolan. Joe CHEEK has just got past Josh AGAMBAR for 12th. Joshua Patch, Morgan Hill, Sonny, Mortensen, Jack Stewart, Ryutaro, Sakai, James Bell and Alfie Richards on the top 20. Kenzo Craigie and Jack Owen Drawbridge as well, we haven't mentioned. He's appears to be out of the race as well. 3 minutes to go. Spencer Brown maybe thinking about a move here on Ethian Symonds, but both these drivers have been making some really good moves and moving on up the field, so their pace is clearly good for this one. Across the line to begin lap number 10. Fastest lap of the race has just been set by Oscar TEUTEN. He really is keeping in touch with Jaydan, GREGG as we enter the closing stages here, so it is not a done deal for the win here by any stretch of the imagination. We are here with our battle over 3rd place, Ethian Symonds and Spencer Brown. You've got to think at the moment that the gap, just 8 seconds, is too much to work together, and indeed it is. Spencer Brown isn't interested in working together right now. He makes the move on Ethian Symonds into Ashby, but Symonds immediately fights back. Brilliant counter-attack into Wilkins by Ethian Symonds. Spencer Brown stays on task, doesn't lose out too much time. Here are your leaders, Jaydan, GREGG and Oscar TEUTEN. Slowly the time box there with Owen Drawbridge. He'll drop down the timings. Here's the battle over 3rd then. Spencer Brown this time has Ethian Symonds, and Symonds is going to attack hard there for 3rd place. It's going to put Brown out on the grass a little bit, and that's going to allow the likes of Alfie Thompson and Rylan Etchberg, actually not Rylan Etchberg, because Rylan Etchberg has been taken in turn by Reece Lomax. So Reece Lomax going through there as well on Spencer Brown. Fantastic little battle going on here for 3rd place. The sun's really beaming down on the circuit now. Glorious way to finish a day's racing here at Whilton Mill. Jaydan, GREGG, Oscar TEUTEN, Ethian SYMONDS, Alfie Thompson, Reece LOMAX, Spencer Brown and Rylan Etchberg are your top 7. As they come onto what I would presume is the penultimate lap. Ethian SYMONDS has a lot of pressure here from Reece LOMAX, but LOMAX not going for the move just yet. Spencer Brown trying to recover the ground he lost when ended up with a couple of wheels on the grass. It was just the amount of dust that was on the outside of Christmas corner there, just threw him wide. And as we often see in this form of racing, a mistake or an unsuccessful pass will mean that we lose 3 or 4 places, not just 1. But there is Brown trying to work his way back up the inside of Alfie Thompson into Oziers and makes it stick. Good move there. Puts Alfie Thompson back to being with Rylan Etchberg, which is funny enough where they were once running 3rd and 4th.
There's a big gap between 1st and 2nd now.
Yeah, it has actually, isn't it? Jaydan, GREGG, as I was saying how the gap was closing down a couple of laps ago, but Jaydan, GREGG has put in the fastest lap of the race. Did actually cross the line just before the timer hit 0, so now we've actually got 2 more laps. I say 2 more laps, they're already nearly halfway round, which is the gap.
That's what we want though, we want more racing.
That's true. That is a very good point.
Especially in a class like this where it's always exciting.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Though I will say, I think you're right, that Jaydan, GREGG may have done enough unless Oscar TEUTEN pulls out fastest lap of the race. Meanwhile, that's a brilliant move by Rylan Etchberg on Alfie Thompson. There is a yellow flag. Who's that? I don't think it's one of our footballers.
64.
It's the 64, which would make it Reg Hayward.
So there's a back line
drama. He is now, unfortunately. That was through, but Spencer Brown's going to try and capitalise. No opportunity there. Well, we're on the last lap. Oh, that's Lewis ISLIN from 10th place. Oh, that's disappointing for him. He has been running towards the sharp end throughout the day, so that's going to be a disappointment for him. Hopefully he doesn't drop down too far down the order. We are on the last lap. The leaders are just going through Ashby now, but we rightly so keep our eyes peeled on this, because there's Rylan Etchberg going up the inside of Reece LOMAX, I believe that was. And there is Reece LOMAX round, there's a spin there, and that's Spencer Brown involved as well. And that means the championship leader coming into today is going to finish well down the order relative to how he would usually expect to finish.
It's gone a bit chaotic now.
We do need to keep an eye on the final corner though, because the leaders are coming around. There he is, Jaydan, GREGG. What a win he's taken today. Sets the fastest, not quite the fastest lap of the race, but has got the fastest lap of the race, wins it. Oscar TEUTEN finishes a brilliant 2nd. Who's going to finish 3rd? I think Ethian SYMONDS has held on for that. Yes, he has. But then it's going to be Rylan Etchberg in 4th. It's then going to be Alfie Thompson in 5th. Aston MacAndrew-UREN in 6th. 7th for Wesley SWAIN. Reece LOMAX in 8th. Spencer Brown in 9th. Joe CHEEK rounds out your top 10. Joshua Patch in 11th.